I just woke up from a nap, and this is the weekly recap for March 1st to 2026. I thought it was going to be a slow week. I was wrong. There's like 15 fucking games coming out this week. I wish that was an exaggeration, and it probably is. But there's a lot of games coming out this week. So, coming out tomorrow on March 2nd, Monday, I believe, is World of Warcraft Midnight, which I think is the player housing update for World of Warcraft. And it's probably, add some other shit too. But the player housing is the thing that they have really started to stress, is the player housing. You can house your player in a player housing, and you can finally do what you could never do in real life, and that's buy a home. Yeah, especially in this economy. You can buy the World of Warcraft expansion and then buy a home for like $60 probably. I don't know. It's been a while since I bought one of those expansions. Next up on the 3rd, there's Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered coming out for the PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 3rd. I thought that was going to be a PlayStation exclusive. It's not. You can play it wherever the fuck you feel like, which seems like fucking anywhere. You could play it on the 360, it feels like at this point. They're releasing it for so many fucking platforms. But you can't. That's imperative. They're not actually releasing it on the 360. It just feels like it because they're releasing it on every other platform ever made to the end of time, including the NES. And then also on the 5th, we have a fucking litany of shit coming out. We have Marathon. Exactly. I played the beta for it. It's an extraction shooter. What do you want? That's coming out for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC on the 5th again, which I believe is Wednesday, which is a weird day to drop everything. It's Thursday. I had here that Friday was the 7th. I'm stupid. And then we have Pokemon Pokapia. Pokopia. Coming up for the Switch 2 on Thursday as well. Don't trip over the pronunciation when everybody lines up to buy that game at GameStop, where everybody goes to buy their games now, and they're certainly going to buy Pokemon. Who am I kidding? Yeah, they are.
Still exists?
Yeah, they still exist. They're one over at Walmart.
They only sold Funko Pops.
Yeah, wherever you got a Walmart, there's a GameStop right there. Also coming out on the 5th is Poker Night at the Inventory Remastered. So you can play that on your PS4, your Switch, and your PC, but not the PS5, Switch 2, or Xbox, which is weird for some reason. It's being treated like a second-class citizen. I don't know why. It's being stuck on these old, ancient platforms, and then PC. Also coming out on the 5th is Slay the Spire 2 beta for the PC. I never played the first one, but I know people liked it, so that's why I put it on the list. So when Slay the Spire 2 is coming out, it got the list. That's coming out for just the PC. And then next up we have movies. So these are coming out on the 6th, not the 7th, like I have written down that you'll never see. I have it written down as the 7th, but it's actually the 6th. So if you want to watch these movies on the 7th, you still can, but you'd be a little bit late. So we have The Bride, which is like The Bride of Frankenstein. It's got Christian Bale in it, and I can't remember who's playing the bride off the top of my head, but they're in it too. It's Jessie Buckley. I knew that totally off the top of my head. I knew that completely. And then also there's the Pixar movie Hoppers, which is a chick who puts her brain in a beaver's lizard. You might remember. At least it looks like the same lizard. I don't know. I've not been keeping up with. I'm not keeping up with Disney Pixar or Pixar movies, or maybe it's DreamWorks. I don't know. Could be some slag. I'm not an animation guy these days. All right, and then straight into the news, which is still surprisingly light compared to what I had last week, which is what I have this week. So this week, I have that Paramount has officially They haven't started talks, but they have officially acquired Warner Brothers for $110 billion. You guys slide me like a little bit of that, please. Like even a small amount would be a life-changing amount for me. I would really appreciate it.
$1.
Also, as I mentioned earlier, the Marathon Server Slam was this weekend. I don't know if it's still going. I don't think so because the game's coming out soon. So the Server Slam is probably not going to continue into the release of the game. Bungie slave?
What?
I said Bungie slave?
I ain't a fucking Bungie slave. I'll fucking kill you.
When's the Server Slam end?
I believe it should be ending when either this video is up or it will be over by the time the video's up.
Exactly, Bungie slave. So,
I'll fucking kill you. I hate that company. That company fucked my wife and left her for dead on the side of the road.
if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you might be
Entitled to financial.
You might be entitled to entitled to compensation from Bungie because that's an STD, right? Anyway, the God of War show also released a still, and everyone's in from the Amazon Prime show, and everybody's in like agreement that it looks like shit. Ryan Hurst said, "Don't believe everything you see on the internet." And it's so. Here's the problem with that still. Is Ryan Hurst is just the bad casting. His features are too soft for Kratos. I'm gonna be honest. His features are just too soft. He looks like he might give you a hug or like a word of praise. That's not Kratos, right? Kratos needs to look like if you breathe on him wrong or if you breathe in his general direction, he's likely to kill you. Ryan Hurst just looks like too much of a nice guy. I mean, let's be honest. And I feel like that's more of a compliment to Ryan Hurst than anything. It's like, hey, you look too nice. That's my problem, at least. He just looked too nice in the still. But he said, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. So I'm led to believe that that's just like a costume test or something. Maybe his features will be a bit sharper when they actually release the show. I don't know. I don't work for Amazon. Look at where I live. You think I work for the Amazon Prime TV show department? Also, in terms of the news, Resident Evil 9, which is the game that everybody's probably dying to get back to while they're watching this. While you're watching this instead of playing Resident Evil 9, I'm appreciative of. But apparently the Steam player record was high above what the Steam record was for the previous Resident Evil game, or any Resident Evil game for that matter. It was sitting comfortably at around about 300,000 concurrent players. That's a big number.
For reference, RE4 remake, 150K.
Woo! So twice that. Twice RE4 remake. Get fucked RE4 remake. Leon's back. The last segment is the achievement of the week, which is in Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. It's for 5 gamer score. Keep your head, and that's to cause the guillotine in the Stronghold's dungeon to fall. That's the whole achievement. I just like the guillotine word. Very, very lastly, for the video, I want to go over what Mythic difficulty released this week, which is not a lot, but, you should still watch it. So we released Dante's Inferno video, which is doing pretty well. I think you should watch it. It's pretty good. I think, at least. I'm the main guy in it, so of course I would think that. And then also we have Resident Evil 9 Requiem, Return of the King, because Leon's fucking back.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Yeah, we're planning on doing a full playthrough of that game, which is why I haven't beaten it yet. So, I'm looking at you, Derek. Let's stop.